Hello, everyone. Welcome to the December 11th planning meeting for the EU Contributor Summit. Just a reminder to everyone that this meeting abides by the Kubernetes Code of Conduct. Can be summarized as, be nice to each other, but I do encourage everyone to go read it. And if you do have anything you'd like to report, you can send that to conduct@kubernetes.io. Let's kick things off today with updates from myself and Arnaud. I think the only thing I have on my side is we talked with Caslin and such about getting the EU time solidified. So we are going to go forward with separate NA and EU meeting times just to try and be as inclusive as possible to folks in various time zones. Again, given that this is an EU event, we wanted to be able to have an EU centric timing. Beyond that, we are still looking for a day of ops lead. So if anyone has any suggestions there or knows anyone, that would be great. I think we might have something there. I need to follow up with Caslin, but we've got some ideas. And the only other thing that I had was for the leads, a reminder for all the various leads, if you could go through the issue that we opened to build the team and just look through the folks that volunteered to shadow your lead and then get that solidified, get your shadows selected and let myself and Arno know who you're going to be working with, just so we can get that updated on the issue and we can kind of get that closed out. Yeah, I think that's all that I had. I'll pass over to Arno for any other updates. If you want to just pass as well, that's fine. I know you're coughing. But up to you.
Yeah, I think my only update is I have an AI to set up a DAW for the EU term, and that's it. I think today we should take the opportunity to plan a few things before Christmas and holidays of end of the year, like website schedule. Yeah, and that's it.
Sounds good. Let's move it on to the CNCF updates then. Brienne, what you got for us?
All right. Hi there. So just a update. We have a larger meeting with the CNCF and internal team planned to discuss and finalize the venues. We have received all three proposals, as well as a proposal from the actual expo hall. So we're just kind of going over everything and budgeting and deciding from there where our venue will be, and finalizing the dates and the timing of everything. So I will share that as soon as the CNCF team gives me the go ahead, and I will let everyone know. Also, once all details are confirmed, my colleague Janelle, I don't know if any of you have met her, but she's been with our team for about a year and a half now. She will be my shadow / backup planner for KCS Paris this year, just because I will be on maternity leave starting March 1st or earlier if baby decides she wants to come sooner. So she will be kind of following along with everything, helping with everything, and she will be the day of contact on site for everyone. So just wanted to give you a heads up there.
And well, congratulations, Brianne.
Thanks. Yeah, she is due to arrive March 9th. So crossing fingers that we make it to March 9th. My son decided he was going to come at 36 weeks. So, it's hard to say. But that is the plan that we have set in place. Also this week, I'm working on finalizing all of our planning docs and the folder for Paris. So as soon as I have those set up and finalized, I will share with the larger team. Otherwise, we're just rolling along. That's pretty much all I had.
Sounds great. Thank you. Before we move on to content, does anyone have any questions for Brienne? All right.
I do, sorry. For registration, would I start working on, well, first I actually want to talk about this later on in the agenda item as well, like when, who do I start working with for the registration, like the form and the spreadsheets and all that stuff? It's you and Janelle?
So that's actually, I'm working on that this week, getting this set up. So I'm putting together the template and everything. So then I'll be able to share that. So you can review it and just kind of run through, make sure everything looks good. Once the form is set, then I will be able to send that to our registration team. It usually takes like 3 to 4 days, and then they will put together the test link for us to then test. Once we approve that, then we can actually make it live. So be on the lookout. I will make
I think you should click mute.
I unmute that entire time.
Not the
No, you just
entire
muted
time.
yourself
Like,
halfway through.
flipped.
A little bit.
I don't even know how I did that. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, so I am working on the templates for everything, and I will have those set up and shared with you by the end of this week. So I'll tag you in everything.
Awesome. With that, let's move on to content. Fika, do you have any updates to share?
Yeah, hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, so shadows are almost confirmed. We have Shriram, and if more shadows gets added, then I will create a group DM with them. But right now we don't need a group DM or anything of that sort. Apart from that, I wanted to know details about what is a good time to organize the unconference and CFPs. I'm holding off on those details, and also about the venues.
So from the last meeting, we already spoke about the CFP being open up until Sunday, February the 4th. So that would be when the CFP closes, to give folks enough time to submit and the content schedule to be created. So that would be the time it closes.
Okay. So I'll go through those meetings. I might have not attended it. So it should be Sunday, February 4th, when the CFP should close.
Correct, but when it opens is then something to figure out and discuss for sure.
Okay.
If I remember right, the impression was with the last one, it would have been ideal for us to get the CFP open sooner. If I might be misremembering that, but like at least in my view, it would be ideal if we could get the CFP open like the first week of January to give folks a month to submit. Do folks feel like that's pushing it? Like, is that too like? Are we setting ourselves up for failure trying to get it open that soon? Or
that seems good. We probably want 4 weeks.
Yeah, and it's not like we need to change a lot in the existing CFP forms, so just basically setting them to online again, basically.
Arnold.
Yeah, I think I don't want to say it's a question. It's more like, do we have a different expectation from the CFP this time, or we want to basically reuse the same process we had? Because if that's the case, we can open even next week, but it's up to basically the website to be up and ready. So the first requirement will be website, and after that we just open the CFP because it's just opening. People might have already ideas, so as soon the website is up, we just open the CFPs.
Yeah, so Arno, that website can be up today because the scaffolding PR is there. Good, big thanks to Murphy for putting that up. There's a couple of feedback things to address, but that website can literally be up within hours.
Okay, in that case, we can, if comms team is okay, we can send a notice saying CFP are open.
Yep.
And that gives, yep.
Yep. So what we can do then, Fika, I know it's late for you, but if what I can do is I can put together communication around the CFP being open and send that to you and the rest of this group for review so that we can get that sent out tomorrow.
Okay, that works.
Great.
That's fantastic. Thanks, y'all. All right, do we have any questions for FICA on content? If not, we will pass to Natalie with communications. All right, I think we heard a little bit of this update, but Natalie, go ahead. It's all
Yeah,
you.
so big thanks to Mofi for the website scaffolding. Updates will need to go in there like throughout, likely this week and next week as more information gets updated. So what I would suggest is that Mofi and Josh, for example, you've both been on the most active on that PR. Let's just get that merge now, and then we can update like soon after with the further CFP information or further other information as we go along, and just get the scaffolding up.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think we'll continue to update as the new information come. I don't think there's like, the process is fairly straightforward. You merge the PR, and the new version of the website just goes out from a build, so it's fairly quick.
Yep. Cool. Other than that, on the comms side, nothing, no other updates other than we will be opening the CFP soon, so I'll write some comms around that. Noah.
Just wanted to point out, don't forget the short links. I threw a link to it in the doc, but it comes up all the time, and we should make extensive use of these because they tend to be very useful on site in addition to beforehand.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. I don't think I see Kaylin on the call, so I will follow up with her offline to see how celebration's going. I know it's, we're still early in the planning cycle, and we've got some time there. So I'm not especially worried at this point. So, but I'll follow up with Kaylin and see if she's got shadows lined up and what she's thinking for celebration. Ops, I know we're still figuring out an official lead, but I believe Mario, I see your hand up, has offered to help with that. So I'll pass
I just want to readdress this because this came up in the ContribEx meeting last Wednesday. So I haven't organized any, or I haven't shadowed the ops position for the Kubernetes Contributor Summit before, but I have organized and run several bigger community-driven events. So if we don't find someone that has shadowed before, I would be open to basically, with a little bit more help, do the lead for Day of Ops. And I think Noah already said that he could help me with some stuff to figure out.
Yeah, I think as long as we've got folks around to do like a emeritus advisor type role, I think you'll be fine. Yeah. So that sounds good to me. I just put your name in the update there, so we're good. Thank you. Yeah, awesome. I think that was the last big scary thing that I was worried about. So it's good to have that locked away.
Yeah, Mario, you and I are literally in the same country, but you feel free to ask me any questions as well. I led it last event, and I'll be updating the playbooks shortly too. So you'll probably have more questions once the playbook gets updated, and when that happens, I'll send that to you as well.
Okay, that sounds great, and I mean we can sync in our time zone. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, and Nigel brought up a good thing that we probably should have discussed earlier. That the playbook jam that we sort of offhanded suggested should happen just didn't happen. So we should formalize that and make it happen probably next week before people leave for winter break.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, good call, Nigel. Wednesday in the ContribEx slot this week could be a good time. Cool. Ray, do you have anything on registration beyond what we chatted about earlier?
That's pretty much it. And also, I'll go through the staffing issue as well to review those who have also volunteered. Currently, Savita is officially shadowing, but there are other folks who have also raised their hands. I'll take a look at those.
Awesome. Thank you. And I don't see Caslin on the call this week, but I will follow up with her offline for the meet the contributors, the Mortal Kombat. Yeah. All right. That brings us to swag. I actually wanted to chat with y'all to kind of crowdsource some ideas from folks. I had been thinking about like Paris related items, and my brain always just goes straight to food. Like, oh, like I can't get beyond that. So I had, which isn't particularly helpful when you're looking for something that the leads can wear. I was thinking about
We
like
had a whole
cheap
discussion about
shorts.
berets.
Berets is good. I like berets. I think yeah, I think that's a solid choice. I'll look into that. I'll chase that thread and
To
see
be
if I
fair,
can.
it's a thread in Slack, so it's easily lost. But yeah, Ray suggested it in the Summit staff
Okay.
chat.
Perfect. I need to actually like set up notifications for the Summit staff channel. Because I just check it every once in a while as is, but I should be notified on that one. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have a look and see what I can find for like custom berets. And yeah, we'll go from there. Sounds good.
Just want to point out that depending on how it works, you and Brienne should go through Drew to see what he can facilitate. But also, if you have a hard time finding custom ones, doing it in 2 stages and getting like embroidery done separately is totally reasonable. And that's what I did for the sailor hats in Amsterdam. It's a little bit more expensive to have to do it in 2 stages, but it is totally doable if it's a pain in the butt to find custom of whatever it is you're looking for.
Sounds good. All right. Well, I don't have anything else this week. Does anyone have any final comments or questions before I end the recording and we call it a day?
Yes, I think this happened a lot for the last staffing issue, but not so much this time. But we might need to address the few folks who aren't org members who've put their hands up for roles in the staffing issue and let them know that, you know, they should work on their org membership first. That's just one thing that I think there's a few folks hanging in that realm in the issue.
Sounds good. I know Josh and I had replied to a couple folks on that, but we've like there's likely been more that have popped up since then. So that's a good call. I'll go through and have a look at that today. All right. Anything else? If not, I will just say I appreciate you all. Thank you all so much for volunteering your time to help out with this. And I know for me, it continues to be my favorite part of KubeCon. And I think that's true for many others. And that's because of all of y'all doing this. So really appreciate it. Cool. I'm going to end the recording. If I can remember how to use Zoom.